Hello, everybody, and welcome back today for part 11 of my F1 2019 Road to Glory career mode. It is time for the British Grand Prix, my home Grand Prix. I'm looking forward to this one. I love this circuit, my favourite F1 track of all time. If you did miss last episode, I highly recommend you go check it out. Spoiler alert, we won the Austrian Grand Prix, just like we did the race before in France here. Bearing in mind, we had a rough few races, Spain, Monaco, Canada, really difficult few races. Now we have 2 race wins on the bounce here, so who can complain? But this race, we need to score some more points here. We're actually going to take a change of engine here. Luckily, I have some more remaining. We need to score 7 points in this race to overcome our, our goal for our contracts. That's the one I was going to say. Championship. It's not that, is it? We can take a new engine though. I have a lot of spare parts. Luckily, I took some grid penalties when we got disqualified from the Spanish Grand Prix qualifying. I also put a whole new engine in the car then. So let's go into the British Grand Prix. I think it's incredible here. We are 10 races into the season, and we've scored points in 9 out of 10 races. That's pretty good going. Bearing in mind, we are in a car that is, well, less than ideal at the moment. It doesn't feel, it's the 4th best car, but we're going to lock in for qualifying, guys, and I'll speak to you when we're back. Let's go. Oh my word, we are P2 for the British Grand Prix then. We're going to start in 2nd place at Silverstone here. Our highest ever qualifying in the career mode. Kimi Räikkönen P13 there. But wow, only a 10th off pole as well there. Only 0.133 seconds off pole. So, we done really well, to be fair. And I'm looking forward to the British Grand Prix. I already said that one. I'm looking forward to the British Grand Prix. I'm looking forward to the race. And if the car handles like it did in qualifying, then I think we are in for a good Grand Prix here. I'm going to put a little bit more front downforce on, just like we did in Austria from qualifying to the race. A little bit more front downforce on. I'll use this setup in another one of my career modes, and it's a car that, has a lot more front downforce. So probably just another notch, I reckon it'd probably do. I mean, we can always up it during the race when we make our pit stop, can't we? But yeah, I reckon just a little bit more front downforce on the car, and it will be good here. We have enough points to put in our rear downforce upgrade here. That's going to come in for the Belgian Grand Prix in 3 races' time. But it's time, though, for the British Grand Prix. Let's go for this one. I'm looking forward to this one. This is a track that it's usually one way or the other for me. I usually do okay, or it's a complete disaster. But yeah, I think that is definitely the plan here. Just one more notch of front downforce on. But here we go then. For the British Grand Prix, when the 5 red lights go out, we will be racing around Silverstone. The Grand Prix is go here. It's been an okay start for us. We've made a very good start, actually, in the second phase against Lewis Hamilton here, going into the first corner there. Little bit of contact, but we are going to take the lead of the race there. Wow, that was very sketchy, to say the least. Yeah, I definitely think it was a better idea putting this front downforce on. The car does feel a lot better here. But we lead then the British Grand Prix 3 races in a row. Well, 4 races in a row, actually. We lead a lap off then, because obviously we did lead for a little while in Canada before we had the collision with Lewis Hamilton and then the late race collision with Nico Hülkenberg. Obviously, we led in France. We went on to win that race. We led in Austria. We went on to win that race. Can we make it 3 in a row? Well, there's still 12 laps ahead of us here, so who knows? But we lead the British Grand Prix from Lewis Hamilton, from Valtteri Bottas, though. That is your top 3 at the moment. Us and the 2 Mercedes cars. Remember, we need to score 7 points this race to be able to get an extra, I can't remember if it's 400 or 600 bonus points here, but, you know, no, 400 or 600 bonus resource points, should I say. Which, that's another upgrade, you know what I mean? That's a free upgrade if we get the points here. So, remember, we need to finish at least 6th place in this race then to achieve that. Or we can finish... No, I don't think we can finish another place there, but we make a little bit of contact, though, with Lewis Hamilton. I don't think any damage is done to either car here, but our second warning for a collision with Lewis Hamilton in just 2 laps here. So we need to be a little bit more careful here. We're being a little bit over-aggressive, I feel. But I didn't really expect Hamilton to go round the outside of me. It kind of caught me off guard, and the rear end of the car just stepped loose in the braking zone. But it is us who lead. It is us who have the fastest lap at the moment around the British Grand Prix. But a British 1-2 then, here at Silverstone. And I'm just looking forward to getting into the rest of this one here. My favourite circuit, if you didn't know, the British Grand Prix. No, I'm not biased. This is my favourite racetrack. I absolutely love this circuit. I've been to the British Grand Prix in real life in 2022, 2024, 2025. I'm also going this year, 2026 as well. So I'm looking forward to this British Grand Prix. I look forward to every British Grand Prix. Usually, this is absolutely one of the races of the season there. But we lead then from Lewis Hamilton. Now, we take a lot of curb through Maggots and Beckett's there. You can really ride them curves through there. You just need to be careful your car don't go gravel skipping. If you hit one of them too hard or something, or catch a nasty bounce, you can often find yourself skidding through the gravel. More often than not, finding a barrier, as I've done that plenty of times, and that curb as well. I remember on the older F1 games, the amount of times I used to get beached on that curb, actually. Cool, wow. That used to be one of the worst curves, and you do not want to hit the curb at Club Corner there, otherwise that will just throw you off the circuit here. But Lewis Hamilton is going to take to our inside here. We're going to leave him as much room as possible there. We run wide there. We're on the grass here. We're all over the place here. We just need to calm down a little bit. Tried to give Lewis Hamilton the space there and ended up hitting a bump. So we just need to, you know, I think we just need to rein our neck in a little bit. We just need to calm down here. We've still got 10 laps of this race to go. Let's not go do anything stupid here. We're in the pit on lap 6 of this Grand Prix. Then we're going to go for an undercut. But here comes Lewis Hamilton. I expected him to try and overtake me eventually here. We are going to stick to the outside though here. And we are going to get a lovely run here. We're going to be on the inside for the field there. And we are going to retake the lead, or hold the lead, should I say. And we are ahead now as we go into Woodcote and then down into Copse Corner here. Copse Corner, obviously, don't want to be on the outside of Lewis Hamilton for Copse Corner. If you remember that 2021 race, well, it's definitely hard to forget if you're a Formula 1 fan. Then you all know what I'm talking about. Not Lewis's fault, by the way. But anyway, here we race on at Silverstone as I hit, a big slide there as the car just went really light. Hamilton now, though, he's going to have the DRS. Are we going to have the straight line speed to rival him there? I mean, he's not exactly proving to pass us here, but we're going to go 3 wide into the corner here. I'm stuck in the middle of 2 cars. Oh my word, the 2 Mercedes cars were on my inside and on my outside there. There was nothing I could do about that one. Wow, that could have been a big accident. That Vettel's now trying to get down the inside. So Hamilton's lost 2 places then between Bottas and Vettel there. Lewis Hamilton drops 2 places, and Bottas here is going to be all over the back of us, but Vettel's going to be all over the back of Valtteri Bottas here. I said, Bottas is out! Bottas has had a big accident there. Bottas has been hit. Bottas is out of the British Grand Prix there. I wonder what happened. We're going to actually have a look at a replay on that one. Valtteri Bottas is out of the British Grand Prix here. We're going to see what happened there. Vettel, I think, dives up his inside and breaks his front wheel off. That's exactly what happens there. It's a big crash for Valtteri Bottas, who is now out of the British Grand Prix here. Oh, and a big accident though into the first corner. I just turned around, looked behind me, and there was no wheel on the Mercedes car as it was skidding through the gravel here. Now Sebastian Vettel, he's already knocked one car out of the race, but he's going to try and probably have a go at me now as well there. As we slide wide though, we're going to hold on to the position. I don't know where he is. There he is. There's Lewis Hamilton as well in all this. Charles Leclerc might try and get involved in a second here. Now we're going to lose the place to Sebastian Vettel though. I didn't even know he was on my inside. So great run here from Vettel. I was thinking about a move at Copse Corner, but I hate overtaking through there. I don't know if Vettel or not has damage, because he is moving very slowly here now. Wow, he is not letting me have this first place without a fight, is he? Sebastian Vettel, though, defending every single piece of the circuit he can find there as we catch the car just goes light through that section there, and it's impossible to turn the car there. As Vettel's just harvesting battery here. Does he have some kind of issue or something? He's been harvesting battery this whole Grand Prix, well, this whole lap near enough there, and then he's going to get back on the battery. Well, no, he's not though. He's recharging it still. So Sebastian Vettel there, and a big lockup for the German as well here. So it's not all plain sailing down at Ferrari here, but Vettel will take the lead from us now as we can really push here. We're going to pit next lap, so hopefully the undercut will work at the British Grand Prix. But now Vettel though, he is still not fast, is he? He can't be harvesting more battery, surely. I mean, you'll know when the battery is being harvested because you'll see them red lights on the back of his car blinking here. As, yet again, like I did a few episodes ago, I've all of a sudden got a really itchy nose. But here we are going to move back past Sebastian Vettel there. I mean, our straight line speed is nothing compared to, well, it's everything, I guess you'd say, compared to Sebastian Vettel here. We retake the lead on lap 5 then of the British Grand Prix, and that, if you're wondering, is where I sat last year for the British Grand Prix. I sat at Luffield. In 2024 and 2022 I did sit at Club Corner, but Luffield's definitely the best here. You get the best kind of, you get more action happen through Luffield, if you know what I mean here. But here we go then, Sebastian Vettel versus Lewis Hamilton then. Will Hamilton be able to overtake Vettel here? I wonder if Vettel has any damage from that big collision with Valtteri Bottas there. But Hamilton versus Vettel, though, this is perfect for me. This is allowing me to get away from the pack in front, the pack behind me. But here comes Leclerc, though, was looking for a move on Vettel as well here. I mean, the AI really going at it this Grand Prix. I mean, I'm all here for it. I can't lie. This is fantastic news for us. But we are in the lead then of the British Grand Prix here. We're going to round the final corner to start lap 6. And then we're going to pit this lap here, but Lewis Hamilton though is going to be looking for a move all over the back of us now as we still hold the lead here. This car feels really nice around the circuit, just like it did in France and just like it did in Austria and like it did in Canada as well. This car feels incredible. Hamilton is ahead of us here, but it doesn't matter. We are going to pit this lap here. Hopefully, with that undercut, though, we'll be able to re-overtake Lewis Hamilton and get back up into the lead. But yeah, again here, our goal for this race will just be to finish in P6 or above here to get the final 7 points we need to get them bonus resource points here. That will be the goal, but we've still got half of the race to go here. Sebastian Vettel, though, is going to be on my outside now through Stowe, that's the corner. Wow, best racetrack in the world and I forgot the corner names. But we now are going to dive into the pit lane there. We're going to make sure not to speed there. I always over slow down for the pit entries just to make sure I definitely don't speed. If you remember back to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, we got a penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. It cost us big that day, but we did end up managing to make up the places again. And Sergio Perez then with an issue, yeah, only 13th then in this race. So a few years before Perez actually joined Red Bull in real life here, the Red Bull curse of the second seat has already seemed to get to him. In only his second race of the team, he's got major issues and he's only down in 13th place here. So I reckon Helmut Marko will be on the blower trying to get him out for the next time we all re-sign our contracts. But I've been thinking, I've been thinking about moving teams eventually in this career mode, or like at what point would I move teams? Yeah, I've definitely had that in the back of my mind the whole time I've been making this career mode because, I'm not going to stay with Alfa Romeo forever. I was thinking about maybe trying to do a mid-season swap to a different team, but, I don't know what will, I don't know how that will play out. I'm not going to tell you which team I am lining up for, but yeah, I have definitely been thinking about moving teams. Definitely been thinking about moving teams, or maybe even getting a seat at a certain team for next season here. Being part of their junior program is a big hint. But yeah, I have definitely been thinking about that. But that doesn't matter at the moment. What does matter is that we are on lap 7 of the British Grand Prix in an Alfa Romeo racing car. And we are going to be hopefully challenging for the lead here as Hamilton is in the pit lane then. The sole remaining Mercedes car, obviously, Bottas, after that big collision with Vettel. I don't know if Vettel actually got a penalty for that or not, but I guess we'll see at the end of the race. We can have a look. It would just be interesting to see if he does. Because, well, I should think he would, because, I mean, he's wiped out a car. But is Hamilton, though, going to come out ahead of us here? Hamilton is going to come out ahead of us. Hamilton's going to come out a long way ahead of us. So is Sebastian Vettel here. We're going to try and dart to the outside here. Oh, Sebastian Vettel there. Oh, the car, the rear wheels lock into place. Vettel and Hamilton to the undercut then has not worked for us in this race. Hamilton now a long way ahead of us here. I mean, he's still probably within fighting distance. But, oh, what on earth has gone on there then? We've got to try and clear Sebastian Vettel ASAP. If we want to fight Lewis Hamilton here, we need to be past the Ferrari driver with, with urgency, I reckon. And we need to move past this Ferrari car. But lap 8 of the British Grand Prix here, I love Copse Corner. If you've got a car that can handle Copse Corner, it's one of the funnest and fastest corners on this circuit here. But Vettel, though, holding us up here, really helping Lewis Hamilton, in fact. But we now are going to have the DRS here. We're going to have the fuel. We're going to have the battery here. We've got to make a move on Sebastian Vettel, I feel. We're going to do one to the inside of Stowe. We take a position off Sebastian Vettel, and now we're going to focus on trying to catch down Lewis Hamilton here. I didn't think going into this one we could win, but yet again we started on the front row, so I'd like to finish on the podium in this one. But as I say, our main goal is top 6 here. But here comes Sebastian Vettel though, back up our inside there. He was going to be all over us, and we've lost a place even to Leclerc. So a disastrous pit stop for us then. I have no idea what's happened there, but we are right down on places. We've got to make it past Charles Leclerc as well here. So I definitely think the win is out of the cards, unfortunately. But I think even if we can come away with a podium, that will definitely be good. As I say, top 6 is the goal for this race for me, to make sure I get those bonus points, the bonus resource points, should I say. I need them as part of my contract goal. I need to try and get them. If I complete the team's challenges as well, it'll put me in a stronger negotiating position come the next contract series. We're going to do one to the inside of Copse Corner on Charles Leclerc. It was a much needed move here. We've got 4 laps to go, but Leclerc is going to come back at us through Maggots, through Beckett's here. We're going to get on the curbs there. We've got to let Leclerc through because we do have to have another big slide. But we're going to have DRS here down the back straight here, down the Wellington straight. We're going to be down the Hangar straight. Sorry, we're going to be all over the back of Charles Leclerc here. We're going to move back past him here. Vettel's going to try and get back past him as well here. The 2 Ferraris side by side then as we go into Stowe, and then on the exit we are ahead of both Ferrari cars. But this is where I reckon we need to stay. I think we need to, if we can fend off the 2 Ferrari drivers, we would have done a day's work. Very well done here. The gap between ourselves and Hamilton is 2.8 seconds. I don't think we're going to be rivaling him this race here. But Vettel, though, back around the outside of us there. There's Verstappen in front of us too. So what on earth is going on there? Kimi Räikkönen, though, our teammate, leads the Grand Prix then. I mean, yeah, he's yet to pit, but still, we'll take every win we can here. Verstappen is on hard tyres, though. So hopefully we can just move past Verstappen if he is on hard tyres. I need to move the brake bias forward a bit, I reckon, because I'm sliding all over the place as soon as I touch the brakes. But we're round the outside here of Max Verstappen. We are going to go through. We're going to be to the inside of Luffield there. We are through on Max Verstappen and up into the podium places here. But this fight is definitely not over here. We're going to have Vettel and Verstappen all over us here as we're going to go through Copse Corner now with a car either side of us almost there. But Vettel and Verstappen, them two are going to be scrapping it out. I'm going to leave them two to scrap it out, I reckon. I don't want to be involved in any, incidents that, are going to end our race. I want to keep to myself here. Kimi Räikkönen, though, he will pit in this lap here. I mean, we could try and do Kimi a solid here. We could actually try and hold up as many of these cars as possible here. If we try and drive slowly, I mean, I'm not going to win this race, so there's no point me pushing on to try and get Hamilton here. But we could try and hold up everyone behind us here as Verstappen now is going to come through here. Could we try and get a double podium here? We're driving as slow as absolutely possible here. Kimi Räikkönen is going to be on the pit exit now. Where will Kimi Räikkönen feed out in this race here? Verstappen is going to overtake us, so hopefully it's worth it now. We're going to be back around the outside of Verstappen. There we got contact. We got a Ferrari backwards at the first corner there. I don't know which Ferrari that was. I don't think they hit us. I think there must have been contact with another car. I definitely don't think that was us they hit. I think we had Verstappen on our inside. Was it? I think it is Vettel. Sebastian Vettel is backwards at the first corner then. He made contact with Valtteri Bottas. That's the driver I'm looking for. There earlier on in the day here, we got Ferrari one side of us, a Red Bull the other side of us. 3 wide racing in this Grand Prix. Unreal stuff. I believe Kimi Räikkönen is running P5 in this race. Which, I mean, if he is, then that is great news for us there as Leclerc tries to do a move through Stowe. But Sebastian Vettel, though, he has ruined his Grand Prix and his chances of getting a good finish here today. I believe he's still in the points, but, not as high up as he probably would like to be. There definitely is a McLaren P4. And then, yeah, Kimi Räikkönen then, P5. In the other Alfa Romeo car here, we could be on for a great finish then as a team here. As we get hit again there by one of the Ferrari cars, we do have to take evasive action there and go off the circuit. But Leclerc hits the side of us then, going through turn 1. He will take P2 off us then. But I don't think that was very fair. He ran straight into the side of me there, caused me to have to take avoiding action now. I had to drive on the grass off the road here. We're going to get back through here on Leclerc, and we are up into P2. But very dodgy moves from Charles Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton leading the race then by 10.5 seconds. And I have a feeling come the end of this race, that gap will be even larger here. Bearing in mind we have to defend from a Ferrari and a Red Bull. And I think the other McLaren car is ahead then of Kimi Räikkönen. I think there's a Renault here trying to battle with Kimi Räikkönen as well. I think who might get ahead. And he's ahead there. So Kimi has just lost 3 places, I'm pretty sure, in under a lap. So what on earth is going on with him? I have no idea. Maybe he'll be able to get him down the hanger straight with DRS here. He seems to be staying on the back of him okay. So that's maybe what he's just got to do here. But it's going to be Charles Leclerc versus us here as we go through the Stowe corner now. He was going to try and move on the inside. He thinks better of it. And we can just keep defending like this then. We've got one more lap left of this British Grand Prix. We are on the penultimate lap. Lewis Hamilton, though, your race leader, will start the final lap of the British Grand Prix in the lead. We will start the final lap of the British Grand Prix in P2 here. So one more lap of this circuit to go, and then we will see where we will end up here. I hope we do end up on the podium. It just depends if we can hold off Leclerc and Verstappen there, as I wasn't really paying attention. I took way too much curb through that corner there, through turn 3. But they're going to have DRS on us here. Luckily, I've saved up a bit of fuel so we can, you know, hopefully stay ahead here. Leclerc's going to have the slipstream though. We're going to leave him a little bit of space to the inside there, but he thinks better of it. Maybe he was waiting to see if he can get DRS through the Wellington straight here. We've got McLaren really pulling up to the back of us all here. This is quite amusing actually to look at here. But Leclerc, he's going to try and be on our inside though. 3 cops corner here. We're going to turn into the corner there. Leclerc's made contact with us and Leclerc spins. Oh dearie me, and Leclerc off the road there and in the wall on the final lap of this race. There was not really much we could do for that. We left Leclerc plenty of room. He just seemed to understeer into us here. So it's going to be Verstappen into P3 then, with a McLaren right behind. It's going to elevate the Ferraris, both Ferraris right down the order. It's going to elevate Kimi Raikkonen another place here. So that'll be great news for him though. We've got a McLaren all over the inside of Max Verstappen. But Lewis Hamilton, he will win the British Grand Prix, and it's definitely not the first time we've said that. Fastest lap as well. I will round the corner in P2. We'll definitely take another podium result here. Great race. Really great race. We finished where we started, which I mean, hey, I guess that's better than blooming losing places, isn't it? So, Lewis Hamilton, though, wins the British Grand Prix there. Max Verstappen, P3. I want to see what McLaren that was. It was Lando Norris. So, Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz then, P4 and P5. Hulkenberg, 6th in the Renault. Raikkonen was P7. Kevin Magnussen, 8th. Daniel Ricciardo 9th, Charles Leclerc 10th. Yeah, so the 2 Ferraris lost places here. We're just going to have a quick look, though, to see what happened to Sebastian Vettel here. It was quite... Can we... Oh, I don't think we can move on races, can we? Can we go from... I'd like to see what happened. Oh, okay, I'm not going to fast forward that all. But I was just wondering what car he made contact with. It could have been his teammate, to be fair. And I think that's probably most likely was his teammate. So maybe it's getting a little bit, you know, maybe things are starting to get a little bit frosty down at Ferrari. But we'll see what happens.
Well, thanks anyway.
So we answer the interview questions. I don't really want to say something. I always click no comment if it's going to give me, you know, bad press, or the team bad press, because I don't want to lose any morale. I don't want to make the team lose any morale when we're on such a high at the moment. But that was the British Grand Prix then. We're going to go through to the next race in Germany here, and we're going to simulate the next race here. As you can see, we beat our team goal. Where is our team goal? Let's have a look. There we go. We beat that, and we've got our resource points from that as well. I don't believe we can put any upgrades on at the moment. We should be able to when we head over to Germany, because we should have upgrades put on. So that means there'll be space for us to, you know, put new upgrades on the car. But that, ladies and gentlemen, was the British Grand Prix. We're going to simulate the first practice sessions. Like we always do now, I think that's where we're going to start. You know, we're going to start an episode for qualifying the race, and then we'll head on to the next circuit, simulate the practice sessions, put the R&D upgrades on, and then, yeah, you know, we will go from there. That's how these episodes will kind of work now. But yeah, I'm just eager to try and put on as many upgrades as possible here. But it is time, though, for the German Grand Prix. That will be in the next episode. But we'll see if we can put any upgrades on. Hopefully the upgrades that we put on haven't failed. I'd like to think they haven't, because our morale's been pretty much at an all-time high. Yeah, everything seems to have come through. That's very nice indeed. So, you know, we will put we'll put a tyre wear upgrade on. That will come in for the Belgian Grand Prix. I think that's the next race. We will put another engine power upgrade on. That will come for Belgium. Oh wait, sorry, that's 2 races time. I think it's is it the Hungarian Grand Prix after this one? Yeah, it is the Hungarian Grand Prix after this one. But as you can see, though, we sit 3rd in the driver's standings. We've finally overtaken Valtteri Bottas then. but we're still a long way behind the championship leaders here. I don't think we are going to be fighting for the championship this year, but it is very close between Vettel and Hamilton at the top there. Just, what is that? 15 points separate the two at the top, though. So we'll see what happens there. We are still the fourth best car on the grid. We got some more engine upgrades coming in. We've got some more aerodynamic upgrades coming in, and we've got some more chassis upgrades coming in. They'll all be in time for Belgium, though, in a couple episodes' time, where we'll be able to re-sign our contract and hopefully get some of these perks up so upgrades won't take so long. But guys, that has been the British Grand Prix there. P2 then on the road. Very happy with that one. Yeah, I'll take another podium. That's three top three finishes in a row now, 2 wins in the second place. Definitely outperforming this car when we need to be here. I think our goal is to finish like 8th. But as long as we keep picking up points, I'm not going to complain there. That's all we need to be doing, just picking up points, being consistent. And yeah, hopefully Germany will be another good episode though. But guys, thank you very much for watching. If you did like the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. But guys, until the next one, take care. Cheers.